Welcome to another episode of The Random. My name is Marianne Odoyo, and thank you for joining me today. I think today's message is going to be short, but let's begin and see where it goes. Your soul has a rhythm. You have your own soul cycles. And I feel like we should start listening to our own cycles, to the cycles of our souls, and listening to the guidance that comes from within. The soul speaks through dreams, through synchronicities, and really, I'm just being called to say you should listen to your soul cycles. You should listen to the rhythm of your soul. There's a time for everything, in the way that you're guided. And for me, the soul feels like it's a door, or it's a connection through which we experience God's guidance. It's the door through which we see God, through which we step into a space filled with divine love, with divine guidance. It is that place where we can come together with God. It's just that guidance, from this. So I'm really feeling called to remind us guys to listen to our soul's guidance, to our heart's truth, to what our spirit tells us. And another thing I am learning at present, sometimes it's not about what I want, it's about what's right. And sometimes what's right may not be the easiest thing. To do what's right and listen to your soul, because your soul will always guide you. And you know how things always go round. There's a law. It's like there is a justice system in the universe. There's a law where everything you do, every intention you have, every single thing, it's seen, known, taken into account. And the way things go round, intentions that began here will always end here. So it's like there is a justice system, and it feels like from where I am right now, it feels like it's that time for spiritual justice where the scales are being balanced, and it's something that must happen. It's like there's a spiritual system, there's a divine spiritual system, and it checks us all, every single one of us. So it's really important at this time to come into terms with who we are deep down, to come into terms with moments when what we did was not the best, because I feel like it's that season where things are coming full circle. Justice is being served, and it's like we're stepping into a new cycle. So it's time for forgiveness, forgiving others, being open to forgiveness, because in forgiving we are forgiven. So it's time to forgive people and to be open to forgiveness ourselves, to accept forgiveness when given to us, and it's like we're closing a big cycle. I feel like this is what my soul is communicating to me, and it's like a soul cycle is coming to an end. And I think it's not just something that is happening to me. I feel like it's a collective thing. We're coming to the end of a soul cycle, and things that began maybe years ago are closing off. You know, it's like you met someone, you had a connection, you learned things, and I don't know what example to give. So again, I feel like it's a major close of a soul cycle, and it's like a stepping into a new cycle. So I feel like it's a time where justice is being served. It's a time for forgiveness. Really, that's what I feel. Forgiveness, being forgiving, and opening your heart to forgiveness. It's a time for reflection, reflecting on the connections we've had, the things that have come to an end in our lives, what you're leaving behind. I feel like it's just a time of reflection. It's a time of allowing yourself to be where you are, letting what is meant to die simply die in order to create space for something new. So again, this is a reminder to make room for forgiveness. Be forgiving and allow for forgiveness. Open your heart to forgiveness. When you're forgiven, just receive it. You know that which is in your heart that you prayed forgiveness over. So it's a time for you to accept forgiveness, because forgiveness has been given. Again, scales are being balanced. God is checking everyone. I got this phrase, who is going to check you? You know how, like, okay, in the justice systems we have, right, there's always like a judge who judges someone, so like, who's going to judge the judge? So there's God who judges the judge and everyone else. And I feel like the divine justice system, okay, I can't say anything about it, I don't know much, but I feel like forgiveness is part of what it means to give justice. So open your heart, because you deserve to be forgiven, and open your heart because you deserve the freedom of forgiving. The freedom that comes with forgiving someone. I think we deserve to live a full life, a life that is very spiritually rich, very fulfilling, a life where we are confident in God's love, where we know we are guided always. I think we're all deserving of that. So as we close out our soul cycle, remember to be forgiving, to be reflective of the connections we've shared, what you've learned, and to listen to your own soul. Listen to your own soul. Let your soul guide you to where you're meant to be. And stay close to God. Bye.